Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. This is your May bonus reading. We're just going to jump right in here and see what's coming up for you for the rest of May. You have this full moon in Virgo. It says take inspired action on it. This is coming up in your current general energies. You have the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the Five of Wands. I mean, the Fool and the Ace of Swords definitely could represent taking inspired action. The Ace of Swords is kind of like focus, and it can represent cutting something out of your life. There is a palm frond right here, and palm fronds in the tarot can represent a sacrifice or, removing something. And the Ace of Swords in general is kind of like a card of focus and being focused on something that you want to accomplish. You have this crown right here, and the crown, obviously can represent like an accomplishment. It can also represent, a certain skill or, kind of like being good at something. And we see that here, but Pisces, let's keep it going and let's see what is going on here. So you have the, and what I meant to say is you also have the Fool, which would represent kind of like inspired action. The reason there is a reason why he does not represent inspired action, and it's this right here. He's got this bag over his shoulder, and it kind of represents the fact that he has everything he needs between his two ears. So usually the Fool has like completed a cycle, and part of the major arcana is he goes to the world, he completes a cycle, then he just starts all over again as the Fool on the next stage of his journey or whatever it is that he wants to accomplish. But I kind of feel like some of you, this could be you taking a leap of faith on something that actually is going to work out much better than you think. You have this sudden wealth card, so that's great. And, I feel like some of you see this white rose here. The white rose represents purity, and and I'm also noticing it here. It's not really a rose on the Six of Cups, but there's white flowers on the Six of Cups. And so I feel like it's like your intentions, or, I feel like you have a very pure idea of something that you want to accomplish, and it's probably something you've been thinking about for a long time. Could be a little bit of a risk as well. Everything is a risk right now. I mean, that's the whole point of being alive at the moment, so that's what I'll say about that. But I do feel you're going to have a victory if you kind of like get moving with this energy. With that row, I would definitely be careful of someone coming back from the past. You have that Thief card, so it could be one of those things where it's like, you're up now, Pisces. I feel like if you're like glowing up or finding success, you have that Six of Cups, the Five of Cups. It could be a past person who has regrets is what I'm seeing here. Someone who put you in competition with the Five of Wands, and, someone who left you out in the cold. And now they want to come back. So I would, again, I would be very careful. I feel like the only thing that can get in the way of your sudden wealth here is like a past person, or, making the mistake of giving someone another chance, or, whatever the case may be. So I really feel this first row is encouraging you to stay focused. Like it's saying, hey, you could be working on things that are going to be very successful right now, but you are going to have to stay focused. Just looking at your astrology as well. I'm doing this video on the 6th, by the way, today, Pisces, and these coming weeks are really good for, any like wacky ideas, as in like if you have any, if you're thinking of doing any like publicity stunts or anything crazy, or, and we're not talking about something that's like going to get you in trouble or anything, but if you have a business, like now is the time to think of, like I said, like publicity stunts or, doing something that kind of makes you stand out like that. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands here. So I feel like you are very attractive at this time. You could be kind of attracting a lot of things into your life. I kind of feel like you're just attracting a lot. You could even be attracting a new person with the Page of Cups. I also, again, the Queen of Wands, she's very focused. Normally she's holding that sunflower. And the sunflowers in the tarot, they point towards the sun. They point towards your happiness, basically. With the Fool, you have the Queen of Swords. You see things clearly now. I think if someone comes towards you, they're gonna be met with the sword here, Pisces, because normally the Queen of Swords, she's got that sword up, she's got her hand out, she's like willing to receive, but she's kind of got her sword up, she's protecting herself. So I feel like you are kind of in protection mode, especially if there is a person from the past here that's trying to come back into all up in your business. But what I would also say is I feel like you see clearly on what you need to focus on with the Ten of Pentacles over here. Again, I think that there is love here, Pisces, but if I were you, and I am, I would focus on Ten of Pentacles. I'm not saying that you can't date or anything like that, but I would just say, like, make sure, this reading is kind of saying to me that you're like working towards a goal, wish, or dream. Ten of Pentacles, duh. Something that will probably set you up for a lifetime. But I feel like that Thief card is saying there could be certain, things that kind of try to distract your attention. Past person, could be a new person as well. Maybe you need to, maybe that's been a lesson for you where you need to learn to balance things out and not give someone all your time, effort, and attention. It doesn't mean you can't give them some of it, but it could just mean you just need to learn to balance those two things, right? With the Five of Wands, you have the King of Cups. It is interesting. I mean, I do feel like you need balance right now. I even feel like some of you need to take some days off. I feel like you need to. I took yesterday off. It was my first day off in a long ass time. But, I feel like you need some time to yourself. I feel like you need to do some things, like some hobbies or some things that that you enjoy doing. It's funny that even in the area of the unexpected, you have this Scarab card that says nourishment and transformation on it. You also have this Gazelle. It says change and purity. Are you kidding me? I was saying the word pure. I was getting something about pure intentions. I mean, that's what the flower means on the Fool, but it is funny that purity comes up here. It's almost like you're doing something for the right reasons, and that's exactly why it's going to work. So if you're working on a business idea, career, whatever, it looks like there's sudden wealth coming in, but it's because of your intentions. I said that at the beginning of the reading. But again, you have that nourishment card. So I feel like you need to nourish yourself. I feel like you need to take care of yourself, do nice things to yourself. There's nothing unexpected about this, but, it doesn't matter. I just feel that maybe what you don't expect is that taking more days off actually leads to you being more productive and makes you more money. It's like, I think sometimes people, especially in business, if you have a business, it's like you think if you take a day off that your business is going to go under. Trust me, I get it. But what I would say is I actually think it's going to make you like 10 times more productive, and, it's probably going to lead to like more money in the future, not less. So definitely something I would think about. There's clearly some sort of transformation coming in for you as well. You have the Knight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Emperor. I do feel what's a little bit unexpected is that, the Knight of Cups, there could be new love coming in for you. Could be an Aries. You've been getting an Aries in your reading, so, take it how it resonates. Could be any sign, but I do feel like there is a person who wants to approach you. I mean, even if we go this way, right here, Aries, you have the Page of Cups and then the Four of Wands. So, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is also amazing. And so it looks to me like there could be a person who really wants to, kind of have it all. And, do we ever truly have it all? Probably not, but I feel like this is a person who wants something very significant, someone who wants something like a true commitment with you. That is if you want love. If you don't want love, even if you do, by the way, Pisces, I see this reading as more, again, you bossing up. Like the Emperor here, it's like you're ready to take action. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to come to this Five of Pentacles in just a second here, but you have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, and you do have the Six of Cups as well, but, I get this feeling that maybe recently, we're only in the beginning of the month of May, but maybe at the end of April into May so far, right? I feel like maybe your finances have not, like, it's like you're trying, I don't even know how to describe what I want to say here, Pisces, other than it's like you're trying to overcome something financially. Your finances might not even be that bad, but, I feel that some of you could be feeling this financial squeeze right here on the Five of Pentacles. It's like, but I also like getting in my head, not good, not bad, but you want to transform it. You have that transform card. So I feel for some of you, maybe you have experienced some unexpected road bumps in your finances recently. Like maybe you recently owed money to something that you didn't know about, or, it kind of makes sense as well since we had that eclipse yesterday, right? But even before the eclipse, that eclipse could have triggered something that involved like other people's money, or like money that you owed, or money that you didn't know you owed, or something along those lines. So it is popping into my head. It's like, but it's also popping into my head that maybe it wasn't like devastating. It didn't like totally, take all your money away, but maybe it's still kind of like a little bit of an obstacle. I hope that makes sense. It's like a little bit of a squeeze is what I'm feeling. I hate when people say this, so don't get me wrong, but it's almost like this, if this happened to you, I feel like the universe was trying to get you to come up with like a better plan. And that's what I'm getting here on the Emperor. It's like, there's something here about a plan or having a better plan, or the universe is like saying, hey, this little bit of pressure was to kind of get you to move in a new direction. I feel like this little bit of a pressure was to get you to the Four of Wands. We even see the number 11 on this sudden wealth card, and then we have 1111 right here on the Four Wands. So I feel, 1111 is like a transformation number, one of my favorite numbers of all time for sure. And it's the Four Wands is, to me, of course it can represent marriage, but it is also a card of like crossing this threshold that is on the Four Wands. You can see the Four Wands and these people are on the other side of the threshold here. So it's almost like the universe has tried to get you to, cross through some sort of threshold, or is trying to get you to like complete a transformation here, Pisces. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Judgment card. You're waking up to this new opportunity, or a new opportunity is what I feel here. Again, I would be careful of the past here with this energy. Judgment, I don't even consider the Six of Cups to be a card of the past, but Judgment I do consider to be a card of someone trying to come back from the past, but I definitely got that in the reading, and I would be careful here. I also feel like you need to, I see this energy here, Knight of Cups to the Knight of Pentacles with the Judgment card and then the Four Wands. Knight of Cups is the excitement, it's like being the dreamy, excited about new ideas type of energy. That Knight of Pentacles is then the overthinking. The Knight of Pentacles is the energy of, well, I've been disappointed when I've started things in the past, or, nothing works out to me. I'm too short. I'm too fat. I'm too whatever with the Five of Pentacles, because Five of Pentacles is calling attention to your weaknesses. I don't know enough, whatever it is for you, right? And so I kind of feel like this reading is saying, it's like encouraging you to push past that point where you kind of like get excited and then stop, right? So again, that's what I'm getting here. Didn't I say this to you recently? I'm pretty sure it was you. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Strength card. Yes, the Strength card is a daily practice. Normally the lion, it's like the lion has its tail between its legs, and the lady is, got her hands in its mouth. That lion represents her inner critic, the things that she says about herself, but she is taming the lion. So I feel that for sure, you need to watch the words that you use against yourself, and I feel like you need to tame your inner demons, your inner voice, whatever it is. With the Emperor, you have the Seven of Swords. Yes, again, the only thing that is going to mess up the rest of your month is like a past person, a liar, cheater, stealer. You see things clearly. I feel like you already see that this person, or you already know that this person is a liar, cheater, stealer. But, I would be very careful here, Pisces. I feel like this person told a lot of lies. Maybe you already know about some of these lies as well, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel like some of you feel like on that Five of Cups, it's like you're the one that has regrets. Maybe you feel like you wasted your time, or maybe you feel like you shouldn't have, given someone so much attention, or whatever the case may be. But, I really feel the universe is like saying, like, there's some sort of gift over here. He has to see these two cups so he can get this bridge in the castle. And I feel there's a lot of security coming in for you here, Pisces. Next, what are we going to do? Oh yeah, the critical information you need to hear right now. You have this Thief card. You also have this Sudden Wealth card as well. Again, I feel like people can smell it on you, Pisces. I think us naive Pisces, right? I think we just want to see the best in everyone. And so we just, I think when people are like super nice to us, we're like, oh my God, this person's so nice, but maybe they're not. So I'm not saying you have to be paranoid this month, but what I would say is I would just pay attention, especially if you're kind of like glowing up here, if you're making a bunch of money or whatever. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be friends with people, right? But I just wouldn't give too much away with this Thief card definitely popping into my head. It's like, it's not saying to me intuitively, it's not saying like, oh, someone's going to steal something from you. It's more just like, hey, don't give everything away. And also, be a little bit more picky with who you let into your life. And I'm not even referring to just love here. I'm referring to everything that exists, right? So I feel that for you here. I think that us Pisces, we just want to be nice and like truly nice. It's like something that people don't understand. Other people want to be nice because they feel like they have to be nice, right? I think Pisces just wants to be nice. There's like a big difference between those two things. And I would be very careful with this energy. Again, people don't understand that because I think people mostly come from the school of thought of like, oh, I have to be nice because I have to be nice because that's what we're supposed to do. Pisces just does it, right? And, so other people think that if we're being nice, that maybe we have hidden motives as well. So, but I would just be careful, like hidden motives, all those things are popping into my head. Clearly, there could be more money coming in for you, but I would protect it as well. You have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Again, I'd be careful of that past person here. The other thing is again, I feel like some of you could be kind of like moving past obstacles with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can represent obstacles being removed from your life. It's kind of like a turnaround energy. Normally with the Six of Cups, we are bumping up against an obstacle. We're trying to move through something and nothing is working. But after the Six of Cups, it kind of represents pushing through something here. You have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is like needing to get to work. Again, I just get that getting excited for whatever reason. I know that the Knight of Cups doesn't represent excitement, but also I feel what I mean by excitement is those moments where you start daydreaming and then you get swept up in the daydream. Those moments where you start dreaming of something and it just kind of, you're like an hour goes by and you're like, where did that time go? And you were just like daydreaming about, something new that you could be working on or whatever. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is the missing piece of the puzzle. It's saying just take the first steps to get started, and that's what will make you successful. You have the Page of Cups. I know what this is. Pisces, I feel like a lot of you are about to do something that's never been done before, and I'm not trying to be, mysterious here. But what I would say is I feel like some of you are about, like, maybe the hard part for you is the fact that you have nothing to compare yourself to. You have nothing to... and I've been saying this to you for like over 2 years at least, mostly because of Neptune and Pisces. Again, Neptune and Pisces removes the knowledge of like what to do. And, I feel like you could be very innovative at this time. So don't be afraid to start those crazy ideas. With the Six of Cups, you have the Six of Swords. I love 2 sixes right here. 2 sixes to me is confirmation for your path. Normally on the Six of Swords, the woman and the child in the boat, they have only the clothing on their back, and it represents the fact that they are leaving everything behind them behind. So I really feel that this reading is kind of like saying that you could have left this, if this was a person, you could have left them behind for a good reason. And, I feel like this is trying to remind you of that. It's like maybe you feel like felt like you had to start over or whatever, but I feel like this was a good thing, Pisces, if that's for you. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success. Again, I think that's the other thing. Like, is it totally unexpected, even though this is showing up in the critical information you need to hear right now? I would say I kind of get that feeling of working on something, and I have a feeling that it's going to be much more successful than you realize, because I get something here about like a financial turnaround, but if you don't start working on it, then it's not going to be successful, obviously. So I would like start putting the work in, because this reading to me is saying that something's going to work a lot faster than you think, especially if you're moving in new directions, especially for some of you with that Six of Swords. You could be kind of kind of feeling like you're starting from scratch. You could be moving away from one thing that you're working on and starting work on something else. And this looks good, Pisces. With the Page of Cups, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, it's time to get to work. I do feel, again, there could be a little bit of new love here. I'm not so sure that you're focusing on it at the moment, Pisces. That could, of course, change. It's actually a really good time for love for you over the next few months. But, right now, maybe you're just kind of like focusing on yourself. And again, this looks to me like a person who's being too cautious anyway. That could be you. So, take it how it resonates. Finally, in the area, this is going to represent the good stuff. No matter what shows up here, it's going to be good no matter what. You have this Woodwives card. It says adaptability on it. I feel like we have to be very adaptable. Every single eclipse we've had is all about adaptability, especially the Taurus eclipse that we had last year. The most recent eclipse, the Scorpio eclipse, literally all about being adaptable and coming up with like adaptable, unique solutions and things like that. When you think about it, Scorpions are survivors. Yeah, they live in the desert under rocks, right? So I feel for a lot of you, maybe you've had to be adaptable, or you've had to be like a little bit of a survivor recently, but I kind of feel like you're coming out the other side. You have the Five of Cups here showing up in the good stuff. That would tell me that you have turned around and that you do see these 2 cups here. The 3 cups here represent something that he's lost his taste for. I think this is definitely true for you, Pisces. Just even looking at your astrology, I can see how a lot of you, maybe you've lost your taste for like what you're working on, or a project or a business, and you're kind of like looking for something new that's more secure. I do feel like Pisces is sick and tired of the churn, like sick and tired of kind of like bouncing around from thing to thing to thing. And, I feel like you're looking for something stable, and I feel like you're going to find it, plain and simple. You have the Ten of Pentacles, something stable and something secure and something that leads to a lot of abundance. So the Ten of Pentacles is, very abundant. And if you're looking for love, by the way, again, Ten of Pentacles is my favorite love card in the deck. It can represent really kind of, getting into a situation where you have it all, kind of. So definitely very good for love. You have the Four of Wands here. Four of Wands, of course, could be marriage, but I also feel this is encouraging you to kind of cross through this threshold right here. To me, if it wants to focus, it is a finish line card. Even it is a card of completion. You actually have two. You have the Eight of Wands as well, which is also a card of completion. It can represent a quick conclusion. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be wrapping one thing up, or you already have. I think most of you already have wrapped something up, and you're just like moving on to the next bigger and better thing. With the Five of Cups, you have the Six of Cups. Yeah, I mean, doesn't, right here. Doesn't surprise me. I feel like there could be a lot of regrets in a breakup situation, but I don't know. I feel like you're just like moving past it just in general. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Two of Wands. Yes, the Ten of Pentacles is yours, Pisces, but every single reading, I say to you, you have to do something you've never done before. And, I know I keep repeating myself, but it's very important for you, Pisces, that, you are definitely one of the signs where everything you want is on the other side of something you've never done before. Again, you're not going to find it just like doing the same thing over and over and over again. So, I think that it's really important that Pisces kind of like makes a move and doesn't, have regrets in the future. With the Four of Wands, you have the Three of Wands. Yes, what are you waiting for? A lot of success coming in for you. Again, this is showing up in the good stuff, so you're definitely expanding, and you're definitely kind of growing here, so I do feel there's a lot of success, but, I would kind of like get your move on here, Pisces, or I would like make a move is what this is saying. We're going to pull 5 main themes as well, because why not? Let's see what is going on for you. Here, Pisces, you have this broken wishbone card. It says a wish will not be granted. I do feel like this could be the regrets from the past. I know because of your astrology that a lot of the things that could be holding you back are because some ideas or things that you've tried haven't been working or didn't work. And, so you could still be attached to the idea of something working. It could be a person, it could be a business. And I kind of feel like that there's something much better coming in for you, but it's like, I think you've never had anything better. Let's put it this way. I think if you're holding on to something, right, it's because that is the best you've had. If it was a person, a business or whatever that makes you money, it's like, it is, I think you see it as a peak, right? But I feel like it's only the top of a hill. I feel like there's a much better peak. You haven't even peaked yet, Pisces, is what this reading is saying. So the reason that you're holding on to it is because you feel like there's nothing better, but there actually is. You have this firecracker. It says excitement on it. There's a lot of excitement coming in for you. Definitely a lot of success as well. You have this dark woman. I kind of feel like this could be you. Take it how it resonates. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It says dealings with relationships with a woman with dark complexion or hair. You also have this key. It says successful outcome to a problem. So I feel like you're solving all sorts of problems in your life. Could be this week as well, whatever week this is, the 8th, I think. So, you could be solving a lot of problems this week. You have this marriage card. Definitely marriage potential for those of you that want to meet a person or who are looking for love. I feel that there could be love coming in. You have this fair man. It says dealings with relationships with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. And you also have this bull. It says do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Number one, I do feel like there could be a Taurus coming in for some of you. Number two, I do feel like this is encouraging you to like stand up for yourself and stand up for your beliefs and things that you like want to do. I think that all of this, I always tell a story. It's like, I think that's very typical Pisces. All my regrets in life, not that I have regrets really, but all come from not standing up for myself, right? So I definitely feel this is encouraging you to stand. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. But really good reading, Pisces. I actually feel like this is going in a good direction. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.